A man I was dealing with for 3 years just had a lady comfortable enough to come to my phone and ask me if I have fertility issues. What y'all be doing? Clock in.
This lady made a part one, a part two, and a part three video of a story time telling us how she was in a relationship with this particular man for 3 good years. She did not know he has a child, a 12-year-old child that is having 50 custody with. In fact, even have another baby on the way. Mind you, she was always communicating the kind of relationship she wants, that she wants to have a family one day, she wants to get married, and she has that kind of dream and all of that. But it's like, you all for 3 years. Imagine you being in a relationship with somebody for 3 years. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch the video. It's about 27 minutes story time. So it's divided into part one, part two, and part three. So we're going to watch part one. We'll talk. Part two, we'll talk. And part three, then we'll talk. So let me go ahead and roll the first part for you all to watch. Then, yeah, I'll come back and talk about it.
A man I was dealing with for 3 years just had a lady comfortable enough to come to my phone and ask me if I have fertility issues. What y'all be doing? Clock in. Okay. So we're gonna call this man Mr. Spin the Night Bag. That's what we're gonna call him. Me and Mr. Spin the Night Bag have been dealing with each other for 3 years. There were a few things that kept me around him. He was very communicative. He was very just goal driven, super intellectual. Obviously, I found this man to be extremely attractive. And we just aligned. It wasn't something that was driven by materialism, which I enjoyed as well. And he just always was there when I needed him to be there. Like, truly, like, my man, my man, my man. And I adored that about him. The only thing that was going to sink our ship was the fact that we didn't align on future goals. Those future goals being marriage and children. More so the inconsistency behind it, right? So he knew very much that I want children, I want marriage, I want all the things. He went from I'm not sure if I want those things to I'm open to them, but I'm still not 100%, to I'm cool with it but still hesitant. And I don't allow with hesitation, not when it comes to something that's like long term, right? I need somebody who is sure about what they want. So that was a conversation we had often enough for it to stick. And we also had a conversation about fertility. I am 32 years old. I have never had a pregnancy scare, whatever. I mean, in hindsight, God be looking out for your girl. He looks out for your girl. But I was trying to make sure Miss Girl wasn't broken, right? And it wasn't that like, oh my gosh, I can't have kids, whatever. But it was more so like, you know what? I wonder if that's even my story. That's some research that I want to do. That's something I want to know. I want to do all the tests, all the things. I haven't had those scares. But in the meantime, I need you to know that if you're going to be my man, I want to be with someone who is willing to go to the ends of the earth to make sure there's something that I get, whether that be IVF, adoption, all the things. So those were conversations that we had, aka a little pillow talk. Again, we're doing the show for 3 years. If we can speak on future goals, we can speak on all the little flags that may be surrounding them as well. So we're approaching the new year, and I decided that I wanted my new year resolution to be the ability to pivot. I said that if this isn't for me, if whatever is not for me, allow me to be able to accept that change, move on from that, regardless of what comes along with it, right? I may be hurt, I may be disheveled, but not for too long, not too much, because God got your girl every single time. I also decided at that time that I was going to start a celibacy journey because, again, I want something that is sure and secure about me. I cannot sit here and say that I want marriage and all the things, but there's a man beside me that I'm laying up with that doesn't want the same thing, right? And so, along with pivoting, that means closing Miss Girl, right? So he was very respectful of it. He said that he respected my journey. How can he join? What can he do to support me? And honestly, that made me like him more. But again, pivot, Miss Girl, because God got you. He gonna always show you what's up. While I was doing my, new year, new me, this man said, new year, new tea. I got something for you. So on the heels of our conversation, and actually about 2 days later, I got a screenshot from a dating website. And it happened to be him. I said, damn, you move quick. But okay, I respect. Because again, I can't pray for something and ask for something and then get mad when God was like, well, let me show you what's up. So I'm looking at his I'm looking at the screenshot and I'm just like, I'm feeling some type of way naturally because why not? But I'm just reading and seeing like what is he telling the girls? What is he trying to get from the girls? What is he trying to sell to the girls? And I'm looking through. One of the things says has a child and open to children. I said, bro, who? Mr. Spin a Night Bag? Okay, wasted no time. So since we're both speed racers, I race to his motherfucking phone. I text him real cute. No, hey, how you doing? Good morning. I hope that your gym session was nice. The only thing my shit said was, you have children? Question mark. You got kids? Okay. You have kids? Okay. To know this man is to know that he opens his eyes around 5 o'clock. He's up, he's at it, he's fully energized, he's ready to get started on his day. The text came at 8. So why am I still waiting for a response by 8:05, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock? I shouldn't have waited past 8:01. You should be by your phone because I have a question that I need to answer to, and you never take that long to respond, love. So why now? Which already told me what I needed to know. This man responds back and said, yeah, 1. Do he know you the daddy? Not only does he proceed to say, yeah, 1, and I say back, you're joking, right? Question mark. He's like, no, I told you that when I first met you. I told you that on day 1. And I also think my best friend told you. I'm sorry, am I fucking your best friend? Are me and your best friend together? He owes me nothing, love. And where is this little boy? Where is this child? He's like, yeah, I thought you knew already. Like, I thought my best friend told you, but can we just please talk over dinner? Like, I want to make this right. Da 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 da. What are you making right? Because it wasn't wrong. Allegedly, you told me, your mama told me, it's on the billboard. Your best friend sent me a bat signal. I should know already, right? So why are we going to dinner? Not to mention, that text message went to that man on a Friday. He talking about let's get dinner on a Monday. I'm not available. I'm available right now. You don't have time to buy time. You have no time to buy time. When did you have a child? 3 years? There's no mention of a child. I have access to his place. He's been at mine. He has access in the same way. Where's his spend the night bag? Where's the baby spend the night bag? Does he exist? He's like, I just want to make this right. Like, let me make this right. What are you making right, though? It was never wrong, right? I said, I have no time to wait for dinner. I have no time to wait for another 48 hours for you to figure out what the fuck you want to say. You can call me right now. Now, I'm at work, right? But the beauty of the office is to close my door. I had to really get myself together because I shouldn't have been handling personal shit in a professional setting. But yeah, we have to talk. So he calls me. He's like, hey, no. Don't be sad. Be happy. Use your big boy voice and talk the fuck up. He's like, hey, so I do have a son. How old is he? He's 12. Where's this little boy at? He's out of state with his mom. I have 50-50 custody. 50-50 custody? How do you have 50-50 custody? And I've never seen him. You are too accessible to have 50-50 custody of a child. He's like, no, he's always with me. Always with you where? Are you dropping him off at a shelter? Because where's this little boy? He's never at your place. I've never heard of his name before. You never made mention of him. You in my shit, in my house. We doing this, we doing that, and vice versa. Your phone not ringing with no little boy. You're not doing anything. So where's a little boy? Do you talk to him? Does he know you're the daddy? He's like, yeah, like when I get him, I just drop him off at my parents' house and like I do what I need to do and I just come back to you. Are you fucking Of course I'm on the other end of the phone fucking flabbergasted because there's no way that you have a 12-year-old son that you have 50-50 custody of that we have never heard of, never seen, don't even know if he knows about you at this point. And you're trying to say that everybody that you know should have told me. I said, you're done. You're done. If this did not solidify what our conversation was about the celibacy and just wanting to choose me first, I said, this definitely put it on the charts. He's like, no, I want to make this right. I want to make this right. I know you're at work. Can I call you later? No, you cannot. You cannot talk to me. There's nothing else for us to say. I have nothing else for you. I literally have nothing else to give you. That nigga still called.
How can you not know that you did not tell your current partner that you have a child? You're saying, I thought you knew. I thought people around me already told you. I thought you knew. And for her not to even have any trace of the child in the relationship when they saw and all of that, he was hiding the child from her for a reason. This is just, this is the way you just gaslighted her. Oh, I thought I told you. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna, you know, see how I can get you back. That 3 years that she was in a relationship with him or situationship, I don't even know which one she is with him. But I feel like that 3 years was too much for somebody that has a goal of marriage and family. You're in a relationship with somebody for 3 years and you're telling him that I have a goal for marriage, I have a goal for it was too much for you to sit down in that relationship and not even know where you guys are heading. It's not even telling you, like giving you green lights that, oh, we're going to get married, we're going to start a family together. It's not doing that. I feel like 3 years is too much for you to put all your hopes like that. I feel like it's too much. I feel like that's already a red flag for me. If after 6 months, 1 year, there is no like, you're not seeing the future in that relationship, you're wasting your time. 3 years is a lot that you cannot recover. Okay, 3 years of your life is too much. You can. Anyways, let's roll over to part two because he sent a message to her saying that he has a baby on the way. Let me show you all this video and we'll come back and talk about it.
So before said call, I get a text message. I'm actually going to put it on the screen. Please hold. So the first issue that I have is that you have Miss AI Bay sending me a message. If you're not capable of forming a sentence and sending that shit to me, don't say nothing. It wasn't hard for you to be mute for 3 years about a child, so be mute in the messages. I don't want to be digital buddies. I want you to use your words. I'm so thrown from the message that I literally can't even play in this man's face. I'm like, I have nothing for you. Like, quite honestly, if we sum up the whole conversation, it was really on some fuck you. It really was, because you lied about the child. You tried to gaslight me into thinking that you told me already, just for you to circle back and be like, how can I make it better? You don't make sense. And now you're on my phone saying, can we talk? Again, that nigga still called. He calls and quite honestly pisses me off even more. He's just on some like, I'm at your will right now. Like, I don't know. I thought I told you. I thought my best friend told you. I don't know how that could have slipped my mind. How can I make this better? What can I do? Just all the things that don't make sense, because at the end of the day, you lied. And he knows. Anybody who knows me knows lying is my number one pet peeve. If you can lie about that, you can lie about anything. You can lie about anything. And I'm not gonna hold you. As soon as we got off the phone the first time when he tried to gaslight me, your girl hopped on Novant because my chart will always be clean. You feel me? So there was nothing more for us to talk about. After you disclosed or were forced to disclose you had a child, I already scheduled my appointment. I don't know what more we need to say. So he just fought for his life on my phone, and I'm literally just like rapid firing on his ass. Like, I have nothing for you. Fuck you. You ain't shit for this. Like, even in the first part, I described what I thought he was. That's not the person you're not who I thought you were. Why are we talking? Why are you on my phone? And then to know me is also to know that I'm not somebody who's going to listen to you talking. Please don't talk my head off. Please don't talk my head off. I don't like it there. I want you to show me, right? So that's why I told him, I was like, I have nothing to offer you. I'm not going to tell you how to fix a problem that you fucking created. So if you want to fix this, I don't know how you're going to fix it, but if you want to fix it, then you fix it. Stop talking to me. Let your phone die. Think about this. Have some time to process. And he's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you back. I'm going to do whatever it takes to fix this. Like, I want to fix this. Okay, spend the night bed. I guess his fixing looked a little different than my fixing because I didn't talk to the man again for another, I'm gonna say 2 weeks. Nothing. There was no phone calls, no flowers, no doves, no chocolates. I don't even like chocolate. No chocolates, no sour Skittles, no nothing. My man's went ghost. And honestly, I allowed him to because I was so sure about my decision. And again, I cannot continue to pray for something and ask for something and ask for discernment and ask for all these things and chase behind a man who is literally showing me and who has solidified, girl, this is not your due. Like, he was until he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Tulum for my birthday and I had a blast, right? And then 12 o'clock hits, midnight hits, and I hear this agitating sound. I hear this agitating sound. My phone is ringing. It's him. How's your birthday going? Like, I just wanted to tell you happy birthday. I need to be the first one to tell you. You were number 8, but thank you. I just want to have happy birthday. Like, I'm so sorry I haven't been showing up the way that I said I was going to. I've had a lot going on. Da 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 da. When I tell you, I do not give a fuck. How dare you come on my phone that I pay for my unlimited minutes and explain to me why you haven't shown up in the way that you need to? I find that to be extremely disrespectful. And quite honestly, love, you are blowing my vibes. I am taking shots right now. Me and my best friend are outside. Call me another time. Or don't. Free me, honestly. Like I said, this man has never even seen me with an attitude. He got peaceful as Danny. So he was really taken aback by my response. And he freed me, which I would love that for me. That's what I asked for. So I was set free for 3 to 5 business days. So I get back from Tulum. Everything's amazing. He does try to slide between the 3 to 5 business days and ask me how my trip was. Dub that conversation because at the end of the day, I'm not here for small talk. If you have nothing to talk about, if you're not here to fix what you caused, I have nothing to offer you. So I am in my slumber. Your girl's getting her rest. And I get a text message. I'm going to just show you what the text message said. Because damn, can I get the crust out of my eyes? You literally text me at 5 a.m. saying, I have a baby on the way. I asked to be freed. And you said, let me add a little razzle dazzle and shit before I head out. I couldn't even bring myself to say anything because I felt like you playing in my face. One, I obviously have shared with you and now with y'all, because hey, that this is what I want. I want children, I want marriage, I want all the things. So I feel like you're trying to play in my face, right? So it's the first trait. Or on the other end of that, I'm like, I also was sharing with you like, ooh, let me see if that's even, in my bingo cards. Let me see if that's even my ministry to even bear a child, right? So I feel like you playing video games on my phone. So I allowed him the same 5-6 hours that it took him to respond the first time. And I really had to communicate with my tribe, with my people, right? And just figure out, do we play into this? Do I crash out? Or do I remember? Pivot. So I pivoted and I did respond. And I just said, I really hope you got whatever you needed from sending me this message. Please hold, because we got to come through receipts. So of course I'm immediately irritated that this man is acting like he don't know what I'm talking about. You sending replies. It's already pissing me off that your message is just turning green, right? That we already starting there. I don't know what the emoji means. Did you send it or did you not? And you on my shit saying you didn't send it. You're lying again? Damn, spend the night bag. What you got going on? So of course I had to do him a favor and be like, what you mean you didn't send it? I'm gonna send you what you sent me. Please hold. I couldn't even bring myself to entertain that shit, which is why I just thumbs it up. Because what is this? Y-mail? Your email got hacked? Is this fucking Instagram? Somebody hacked your phone? Please stop playing with me. Please stop playing with me. I didn't even have the wherewithal to play in this man's face. Thumbs it up. Let's keep it moving. I thought that I was free from there. I have asked to be free now 5,000 times. But then I quickly realized, bitch, you're not going to be free, because then I get a phone call the next morning. Hey, is this Danny? I said, who is this? This is Lady. Hey, Lady. What's up? Do you know Mr. Spin a Night Bag?
He used ChatGPT to send message. You all, I don't even understand the fact that she's even responding. Well, she has to respond because sometimes you can see the BS some of these men are doing. Just allow them to act foolish. I just feel like that's what she's doing, or that's what she did. And now a baby on the way. You all, the part three is another different dimension entirely, because the baby mama called her to say, I'm going to just give you a little tea so you know what you're watching in part three. So the baby mama called her and she was like, I just want to know, like, I'm having a baby on the way with him, and I want to know, like, he told me that you have fertility issues. I just want to know if I'm on the right path. Okay, let me run the video for you to watch.
Before we get into this conversation with Lady, I will say it is not my business to tell her business. I have no ill intent towards her. She has done nothing to me. At the end of the day, my issue was not with her. And honestly, we had a bomb conversation. Was it a little bit of hey boo in there? It was. But again, I am not going to tussle with a woman over a man, especially a woman that I didn't know existed, and especially over a man that I'm over, contrary to popular comment. I can assure you, when I got the baby, like the 12-year-old text message, it was what it was. Somebody said it best in the comments though, like it was also the idea of like, you know what, let me see what this man does. He knows it's not coming back. I already told him it's not coming back, but who doesn't love a good little like, damn, you really pulled up. It don't matter, but you really pulled up. The lady starts by introducing herself and just is basically just asking me like, who am I? But not on some like, girl, who is this? She's like, hey girl, I found your number in his phone. I was hoping we can talk. I don't want any issues. I don't want anything, honestly. I am pregnant. And I want to know, like, am I tripping? Da 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 da. You know? And I'm like, girl, literally, I said, girl, where do you want to start? Because when you confirm who you were, I already knew what time it was. And I already knew that I had dodged a bullet by getting out of the situation because I prayed on it. So whatever you need help with, babes, I got you. What you want to talk about? So she starts out by comparing timelines and kind of asking how long I've known him. Again, mine's 3 years. Apparently hers is 2.5. She told me she went through his phone and that we, because we're sister wives, are one of 6. She starts telling me these girls' names and locations and stuff and starts saying like, yeah, I've talked to them and they've kind of confirmed the same type of timelines we've had. When did this man even have time for things like this? And just also confirmed that a lot of the intimacy took place without any type of protection. She was like, but like you're the one that's infertile, right? You have the latex allergy. I said, not this man pillow talking across city and state lines and being wrong as fuck. And she's like, no, that's not what, like he was just saying like you're like just a really good person and that he was helping you through some things and that you had questions about fertility and he just wanted to be there for you. Niggas, you a doctor and I forgot? So I said, no, girl, I don't have any fertility issues. Not that I even owe any type of explanation, but that wasn't the conversation that me and him had. And over the course of 3 years, if it's somebody that I am trying to speak long term with or trying to be with long term in that moment, I'm going to put everything on the table. I want this. I want a big house. I want a dog. I don't like dogs. I might want a dog. I want children. Do you align? You don't align? We teetering on the line? Is it because we good or are you still teetering? You're still teetering? Okay, I'm done. That's how this storyline went, to be completely honest. She's like, no, yeah, girl, I definitely understand that. I was going through his phone and I saw that y'all were kind of, you know, up in arms about him not being honest about Spend a Night Bag Jr. And I'm just confused because, like, how didn't you know about him? She's like, I'm a mother. I would never hide my children. I said, I would hope as a mother that you wouldn't hide your children. I would hope as a father that you wouldn't hide your children. You get what I'm saying? But here we are. She's like, yeah, because like when I brought that to his attention, like, how dare you hide Spin a Night Bag Jr.? And he's like, well, there's been women that have avoided me in the past. There's been women who have left me alone in the past, and I didn't know how to be honest with her in that situation, and now she hates me. But you told me on day one. Your best friend told me. Your mother wrote me a letter. You said everybody in your neighborhood said something to me. Oh. I'm like, yeah, of course. Those are games that I'm not willing to play with this man, especially when I've shared the things I've shared with him without having to drill it in again. I said, so there's nothing that I have to offer him, but what can I help you with? And she's like, girl, I just don't know what to do. Like, I found so much stuff in his phone. I found so many women in his phone. He's done all the things. I'm like, girl, pick yourself. And that's me saying that to me as well as you. Pick yourself. I was so serious when I made that celibacy pact. I was so serious when I prayed on this. I was so serious when I used the word pivot, discernment, all the things. I was so serious. I said, girl, when he told me about Spinning Nightbag Jr., it was already done for because you took something from me as far as the option to be able to say, you know what, I do want to deal with you. It's okay that you're a father. I do want to deal with you. But he knows me better. I have a goddaughter. I have children that are around me all the time. I'm going to ask you about that baby. How's he doing? How's school? How are the things? You didn't forget, you just held the truth. And so I'm holding me tighter. It's like, yeah, girl, this is just so crazy because like he knows I'm fertile. Like I have a 4-year-old. Like my baby knows, like she knows like who's my best friend baby. And the baby's like, Mr. Spin the Night Bag. She's like, you see that, girl? You hear that? I heard it, sis. It was at that moment I had to let her just talk. And again, no beef with Miss Girl. But I couldn't engage because I already haven't been talking to this man. At this point, our last conversation was my birthday, which was in January. This shit happened on this past Saturday. I haven't had anything to say to him, love. Apparently, y'all are still trying to figure out what you're doing. Rightfully so, because although this is something that I said that I wanted, I'm glad it's not with him, right? You have to deal with that. And I truly, genuinely, and I told her the same thing, I truly, genuinely hope that you pick yourself first in whatever way that looks like. Whatever way it looks like. If family's important to you, if you feel like y'all can work it out, I really feel like you should work it out. Or you should just keep it moving. But I have no parts. I don't have no parts. She further confirmed how sassy this man was. She told me what I do for work. She made mention of an allergy. She asked about my fertility. She told me what city I stay in, all the things, and still continued to just have questions about our overlap. She made a lot of mention of like, there's no way that this man was like piping me down how he was piping down anybody else. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm like, girl, he was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. After I let her finish saying her piece, she was like, you're just so calm. And I said, girl, I just don't know how many times I can stress that I promise you it's not that for me. It's just really not that. And I think that threw her off. Again, I don't think that she came to my phone on some baby girl until she realized that I wasn't giving the reaction. And so she tried to add a little fluff in between, just again comparing sexual experiences, which I'm too grown for that shit. Telling me that she's 10 years my senior, that she has all these things to her name, how much money she makes, how she doesn't even have to deal with shit like this. She's too much like of a boss woman. How dare he disrespect her? And I just chucked it up to, you care and I don't. That's really what happened. I let her talk. I didn't have much to give to the conversation. She mentioned how calm I was, and that's because I didn't give a fuck anymore. That man got a 12-year-old. Girl. So she finally discloses that she's the one who sent the text message. She gives me a whole play-by-play of the night and how she got a hold of his phone and she felt like he kept trying to hide their baby that's on the way, and that it was disrespectful that she found what she found on his phone, and that these people that are still continuing to text him are texting him. Also saw on his phone where he was stating that he is proud of me and that he hopes that I am able to see him through his storm and to meet him on the other side. My response was, "You will never fucking hear from me again." So this man goes to her and asks her, what does she do? Now, again, there's a lot of little extra details in between, but I don't think that's my story to tell because that was their personal experience. But to get to the part that has something to do with me, she says that he went to her and said, what did you do? And she's like, what do you mean what I do? He's like, let me just let y'all hear. Yeah, like I swear to God. And he sits down on the couch and he tells me, he's like, I just wanted to let you know, I really think I found my person. It's Danny. And he starts crying. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what's happening? So I feel like I'm being manipulated in a way. Because I'm like, I feel like this was like a go have an abortion play, if that makes sense. Oh, for sure. The nigga's planning your face. He ain't find shit because I'm not here, babes. He's literally crying. Like, I have it on video because I try to be slick, but I'm scared he might get mad. So he's literally crying. And he's like, you hurt so many people today, and it just hurts me because you hurt her. This was a cherry on top for me to continue to choose myself. I see a lot of people in the comments saying the opposite of that, just kind of being like, oh girl, why didn't you block him? Why didn't you do this? Sis, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I want to be clear, there was no conversation between I scared myself on how calm I detached, but I also knew that these were answered prayers. So there's no reason to block and crash out and do all the things. There was nothing for that man. There was nothing for that man. There is nothing for that man. There will not be anything for that man but karma, right? And that's not for me to put on him. I asked to pivot. I asked for discernment. I asked for clarity. God said, give me 2 days. I got you. And my man showed up like he always does. He went a little hard. He went a little hard, but he showed up, right? I couldn't ask for a better turn of events because we the fuck up out of there, right?
Coming from a woman that already have a baby, this is your second baby, to be a baby mama. Again, I feel like some men don't learn, okay? And you checked his phone and you knew that there was a woman involved. You called her or you sent a message with his phone to her saying that I have a baby on the way. She's shocked. And you called the number and you're like, you want to confirm if, like, because I don't understand the call anyway, but to me, I feel like the call is like clarity. I just want to know that, oh, there's nothing going on with you and him, Abi, because I have a baby on the way with him, or then give me advice, like, should I go on or something? That's what I feel the call is for, because she feels like, and again, the call for me, the call is like, he chose me because I am fertile. Like, I can have baby, but you can't because you told me you have fertility issues. That's why you don't have kids. Right? He was with you 2.5 years, and he was with her 3 years, and you're calling to ask some question. Like, I thought. I saw a video of somebody saying that do not be a man's baby mama number two, because whatever I do to baby mama number one is what is going to do to you. You know he has a child, eh? You know that there's another woman involved. Hmm? You yourself, you are a baby mama to somebody, so you should as in you should have been wise enough. You are not pregnant for him and you're not calling. You're the one out like trying to set boundaries for the man that is like a public toilet. What's the assurance that there's not another woman out there that is pregnant for him? You getting pregnant for him does not mean that it chose you, or does not mean that you're special or because you're fertile. You're just the easiest one. That's what it meant in my own head. Because for that kind of person, you remain baby mama till thy kingdom come. You're going to remain baby mama, and that's it. That's who you're going to be. Okay? And again, I feel like the first red flag in this situation or this relationship is the fact that you, as a woman, you know what you want in a relationship, hold it tight. Just hold it firm. Be focused. Stay on your focus. I want marriage. I want to have a baby. I want to have kids. I want to have children. When you're with somebody that say, I want to be child free, leave. There is no, oh, let me wait a while. Maybe he's going to change his mind. I'll make him change his mind. I'll make him actually see me as a wife material. There is nothing like that. You've had the conversation, you've communicated what you want in a relationship, and it is not, the math is not matching, it is not looking like that is what they want. Don't waste your time, because at the end of the day, you're still going to waste your time. So why not just leave and look for someone else, or just focus on yourself? At that point, you find another person that will match your goal. I feel like there's always somebody out there that also wants the same thing that you want. It's just like you want to be child free, and you're with somebody that is always talking about, I can't wait to have a family, I can't wait to have a child, I can't wait to have my baby, and you're telling them that I don't want to have a child. You want to be child free and all of that, but then they're also telling you that don't worry, I can also be child free as well if that's what you want. They don't want to be. They already vision themselves as a father, and that's what they want. So you, as a woman that wants to be child free, you should know that you cannot go deeper in the relationship, because once emotions are involved and all of that, it will be difficult for you to leave. And at the end of the day, somebody's going to compromise. And my 100% is always the women that will just be like, you know what, let me just have one. But you always want to be child free. Why can't you just hold on to your focus, hold on to your goal? Like, this is what I want in a relationship. If you don't want a serious relationship and the person's already acting all serious and all taking you to the family, leave. Like, you should know what you want in a relationship before you enter. If you're just doing it just to distract yourself, yeah, you're doing it for distraction. If you're doing it for because you have end goal, which is marriage, and they're like doing you like this, leave. Like, don't even let it get to 3 years. Don't let it get to that. Don't let it get to that stage. And now it's going around to tell people that you have fertility issues. You all, what is your take on this story time? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, it's your girl Maria David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.